Becky got teased a lot at school because she was tall, she was skinny. So she started hanging around the wrong crowd. They love the way Becky looked. They said, oh, I would love to climb that tree. I would love to drink that tall glass of milk. Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we are doing some giant Dungeness crab legs. And I have my dip over here. For today's drink, I'm just doing a lemon water. So let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all, happy Monday. Ooh. I got one of my favorite crabs today. Y'all look at this. So good. They're lightly seasoned today. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Cause I did. We do have a story time today. That is so good. If y'all haven't tried Dungeness crabs, try y'all some. Y'all will love it, I'm telling you, it's so good. How many of y'all watched the video on my Instagram story on how to make the sauce? If you don't follow me on Instagram, if you have Instagram, if you don't, then don't worry about it. But if you have Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I have two Instagrams. My Instagram where I show my food is same as my name, eating_pretty mukbang. And then I have another Instagram. I am Sharika B. I said I was gonna try to be more active in my stories on my Instagram account, my I am Sharika B Instagram account. So I think I might try to start doing like drinks on my Instagram stories. Ooh. So if you guys have Instagram, make sure to follow your girl. Okay, we're gonna get into the story. I'm hungry today, y'all. Okay, so the story is from For My Man. I do have a link in the description box because I watched this one this morning on my phone. Okay, so for those of you that don't like story time, you can either mute your phone or your TV, or do as Beyonce said, to the left, to the left. Okay, let me stop being silly. So it was this girl, her name was Becky. Becky got teased a lot at school because she was tall, she was skinny. They would call her olive oil. And some other crazy names they said, child, I don't even remember. So she didn't really like going to school. Because again, she would always get teased. So she started hanging around the wrong crowd. The crowd that liked to party and drink. And this crowd, the guys that was in this crowd, they love the way Becky looked. Becky walked in the door. They said, oh, I would love to climb that tree. I would love to drink that tall glass of milk. She was pulling all the boys, okay? So maybe about 3 months. This is a crazy story. I'm gonna let y'all know ahead of time, so if certain things trigger you, you shouldn't watch it, because certain ones I can't watch. She dropped out of school 3 months before she was supposed to graduate, right? She met this guy, she fell in love with this guy. They ended up getting married. They went to the city hall, got married. She ended up getting pregnant, okay? Right after the baby was born, they separated. Now, Becky wouldn't let this dude have anything to do with his kids. Well, his kid, since he didn't want to be with her. She wasn't gonna allow him to see his kid. I can't stand women like that. So, time goes on. She ended up having 2 other kids by 2 other men. None of the kids' daddy stuck around, and she would never allow any of the kids' daddy to be a part of their life because they didn't want to be with her. So she ended up getting an apartment in like low-income housing. She got her a little job at the Piggly Wiggly. Okay. So she working at the Piggly Wiggly, and in walks Tyrone. So Becky thought that Tyrone had all the swag, okay? And she was ready to slam dunk him. So they was flirting, talking, they exchanged numbers. And he wanted to tell her his whole life story on how he was on the street. I done told y'all about them dudes that say they in the street. He done took care of himself since he was 12. His mom was on drugs, and you know, he basically had to raise himself. So now she want to be Captain Saver. She tells Tyrone he can come live with her. And she got 3 kids she got to feed already. This fool don't got nobody job. But Becky said he can come live over there with her. So he liked the kids. He would play with the kids. And he told Becky he'll take care of the kids while she go to work. So he a stay-at-home dad. Because he didn't want to work. He'd rather stay home, play video games, smoke, and do all that type of stuff. Foolishness, you know. Child, the first day on the job of being a stay-at-home dad, them kids ran him ragged. And he couldn't stand it. He didn't like it. So when Becky come home, the kids, they just running around doing whatever they want to do, and he's sitting up there watching Jerry Springer, throwing Coronas back. Okay? So she telling him, you know, if you can't take care of the kids while I'm at work, I'll just go ahead and put them in the daycare. But he was like, no, I can handle it, I can handle it. So he said he got something for him to keep him in line. Y'all ain't ready. This fool, so he comes up with this plan. And he gonna scare the living daylights out of the kids to get them in line. He takes the kids in the kitchen, act like he's turning on the oven, and tell them to put their head in the oven. And if they don't sit down and be quiet, they going in, okay? In some way, the information got back to the kids' daddies. And all of them was pissed off about it because Becky wouldn't do nothing about it. She was just so in love. So, one day Tyrone tells her he want to move back to New Orleans. And he want Becky to come with him. But there's only 3 problems. Her kids. He don't want the kids to come because he want her to spend more time with him. Because she's either working or taking care of her kids. He not getting no time, is what he's saying. That's when she should have told Tyrone, love ain't gonna pay the bills, okay? So, she's like, okay. She gonna call her mom and see if her mom will take the kids. So when she called the mom said, you know, I love my grandkids, but I'll take the oldest kid. But the other 2, the youngest 2, you gotta keep them because they're young, they need to be with their mom. Now, the other 2 kids, their daddies was already fighting to get custody of the 2 kids. So the only thing she had to do was just call her baby daddies and they would have gladly took their kids. But she's still being selfish. She got a whole dude, but you still being selfish and not letting these men be a part of their kids' life. So honey, Tyrone came up with another plan. He want to ride down to the lake. They go to the lake. They having a family day, is what he called it. They go down to the lake. They let the kids play. They get back in the car. And Tyrone started driving towards the water. Now the kids went into a panic, but they wasn't sure if he was trying to, you know, pull another little stunt and try to scare them. But this time he wasn't playing, it was the real thing. So the car rolling down the hill into the lake. It was like, you know how it's like a ramp, like where you hook your boat up when you're getting ready to go and take your boat out. It was like one of those ramps. So he don't have no business over there. They get out of the car, Tyrone and Becky, they get out of the car and leave the kids in the water. Leave the kids in the car. Now once the car is underwater, Becky goes into a panic. She calls the police and starts saying, you know, the kids are in the car is in the lake.
911, what is your emergency? I can't get in my car. Ma'am, you need to calm down for just a minute. The kids are underwater in the car.
Tyrone gets on the phone with his little stories. The police get out there. They have the divers or whatever. They get in the water, open the doors up, and pull the kids out. Put them in the ambulance and go to the hospital. Now, while they talking to Tyrone and Becky, they were asking them like, okay, well, the water is only like knee deep. Like y'all could have walked in there and just opened the door up. So he was saying, well, something was wrong with the lock and all this. He was giving whatever excuses he can come up with. So they get to the hospital. Of course, she had to call, you know, her other kids' dad. The dads, all of them come to the hospital. The kids don't make it. Now she's suffering from depression. So she goes to the place where like you suffer from depression, and I forgot what it's called, like a rehab place. I can't think of the name of it right now. Goes there because she is losing her mind from what she just witnessed. When the detectives go to interview her, her story changed. And she told them, you know, that it was all Tyrone's plan. And she wasn't strong enough to stand up to him. So she went along with the plan. They let her go. This is the part that I don't understand. They let her go, even though she just admitted she was a part of this whole thing. They let her walk out. But when she walked out, Tyrone was already gone. He had left town. She has nowhere to live. She goes to her mom's house. Her mom told her, you know, you can't stay with me because I feel like you had something to do with what happened with those kids. You can't stay with me. The whole family turned their back on her. So now she's homeless. So she had to go stay at a shelter. But she was arrested at the shelter. And they also arrested him. So when it was time for the trial, you know, everybody was expecting for the kid's mom to testify against the boyfriend, but she couldn't do it. But he still got life for, you know, the 3 kids. And when it was her turn to face the jury, she got 10 years. And when I tell you, everybody was furious. She only got 10 years. She's out right now, because this is an old story, so she out right now. Did that to her kids and she out. Crazy. I will have the link in the description box if y'all want to check that story out. I couldn't believe it. I always have to have like a little knife or something to get in these claws. Because they're not that hard, but I don't want to bite them with my teeth. Ooh, that was good. Okay guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye y'all.